happening? In today's video, I'm going to talk to you all things social content for indexing on Google. So before we get into it, one of the things you need to keep in mind is Google is currently changing their AI algorithm. And basically the way that works right now is it's pulling from multiple trusted sources online. So let's say you post something to YouTube. YouTube is a trusted source for any of the Google platform. And so anytime you put out a video that maybe has your name or your keyword, what's gonna happen is that video is gonna end up showing up inside of the Google AI platform. So if you can go Google anybody you know's name, probably what you're gonna see is a description, AI description at the top of the YouTube, at the top of the Google kind of description. And what you're gonna see is it's gonna have a bunch of sources at the bottom, anywhere from 5 to 10 links. Those are the trusted links that Google's actually using to index that result. So let's say you're a consultant, you work in Atlanta or some other city, and you really want to index for your name and the service that you have. Well, what you can do is you can go into Google and you can go type in Atlanta consultant, and what you're gonna find is that you're gonna see all the different keywords that pull up and where those keywords are coming from. Now, if you're somebody who's not putting out a lot of content, here is the exact strategy that you need to do in order to put that together. Step number one, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You gotta have a YouTube account, you gotta have a LinkedIn account, an Instagram account, and a Facebook account. These need to be professional profiles, not your personal profile. So a YouTube account with your name on the professional side, a Facebook page with your kind of brand that you have there. You're also gonna have an Instagram page that can be separate from your personal brand. That would be ideal unless it's your first name and last name and that's all you're gonna do. And then for LinkedIn, you're gonna have your LinkedIn professional profile. The business profile doesn't matter as much. Once you have those all up, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to Captions, I think it's .com or .io, and you're gonna actually download the app, the Captions app. It's about maybe 60 bucks for the year, and it's gonna allow you to take videos just like this and caption them out, which is gonna work extremely well. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to ChatGPT, and inside ChatGPT, what you're gonna do is you're gonna look up all the keywords associated with your business. The keywords associated with your business might be the industry you're in, the service you provide, or something in between. Once you have all that information, then what you're going to do is you're gonna go and you're gonna grab that content and you're gonna make a content stack. Your content stack on the video front is gonna be one piece of content per day on all 4 of those platforms. The Facebook page, the Instagram account for a reel, your Facebook page, which is gonna be basically a reel as well, and then also your YouTube. YouTube's gonna be a short form. That's gonna be a 90-second piece of content. If you do all 4 of those and you post one video across all 4 platforms with basically the same content every day, you're gonna start indexing on Google really well. Now, on top of that, you have to put out written content. Now, the written content strategy comes down to 4 core platforms: Medium, Substack, Newsbreak, and on top of that, you're gonna have your blog. So Medium, Newsbreak, Substack, you can do vocal, but likely your own blog. Your blog is gonna be built on WordPress.com. You can either use WordPress.com subdomain, or you can install your own version of WordPress by going to GoDaddy, buying a domain, and installing it directly inside your website. Now, if you install it directly inside your website, that's a WordPress.org installation. If you did somewhere else, it's gonna be a WordPress.com installation. Those are all great kind of strategies you can have, but what you have to do is you have to fill it with content. If you're not sure exactly what you need to do, you're gonna go over to ChatGPT, and what ChatGPT is gonna do is it's going to allow you to go take all of that information that you have in your head and put out written content. The written content always needs to have a keyword for your name and for the topic and maybe like the industry that you're in, and then it's gonna write out a 2,500 word article. On Vocal, you're not allowed to backlink, but on Medium, Substack, and Newsbreak, you are able to backlink to your core website. So the strategy generally would be you build your core website, you have your video content on one side, 4 platforms that push all that content back to your website. Then you got the 4 written platforms that push back to your website as well. And then you have core blogs and video content on your own website. Now, by doing that, what you're gonna find is that you're gonna start pushing all this content back and forth inside the website and to these other third-party websites, and it's gonna link all these things together. That's what they call backlinking. And so what happens is if you want to rank really high in Google, you need to have all these different links from high domain authority, your domain, video content, written content. You got to have them all cross-linking together and pushing that directly into your website. And now the reason that that's really important is because Google sees your website as something that's very authoritative and will start pushing that up very, very high. If you don't put those content pieces together or don't link them together, Google thinks, hey, this is a great piece of content, people are engaging, but it's not connected to anything else, so it's probably not that important. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna focus heavily, very, very heavily on putting these pieces of content together, and you're gonna put out one piece of video content per day across 4 platforms, and you're gonna put out one written piece of content today, every single day, across 4 platforms. That written content typically needs to be at least 2,500 words, needs to be keyword stuff for your name or your topic. Same with the video content. And when you put out the video content, especially on YouTube, I want you to take that YouTube content, I want you to backlink it. So take all the links in the description and backlink it to your blog. So your Vocal blog, your Medium blog, your Substack blog, and your Newsbreak blog. You're gonna go put all of those links in the YouTube description. And if you have an article that's very similar to the video, you're gonna backlink it. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you don't always have to backlink the direct kind of content back and forth. So if you do a video about ChatGPT, and then you do a video about social content, and then you do a video about marketing, and then you do a video about accounting or something totally different, they don't always have to match together. But what you do need to do is have your core YouTube channel and your core website linking in and out from all of these different platforms. The best way to do that on YouTube is you can go to the default video settings, and you can go add all your social handles in the bottom there, and you can start linking those back. What that does is it tells the internet that basically, hey, these other platforms are related to your YouTube channel. YouTube's owned by Google. Google ranks really high, or YouTube ranks really high on Google. And so what ends up happening is all these things start working together, which is very, very helpful. So then what you can do is every day you can hire, you can put out a piece of content, but you could hire a virtual assistant for $1,000 a month to put out your 4 blogs every day, your 1 piece of video content, run it through captions so that it kind of indexes it and does all the cleanup, cut the front of the video, the back of the video, make sure the audio is good, put the captions on the screen, and then you just upload it to LinkedIn. You go upload it to your Facebook page, you go upload it to YouTube as a short and Instagram as a reel, and then you take all of those and you backlink them to your website, and then from your website, you're gonna create the 4 news articles, you're gonna create the Newsbreak, Vocal, Medium, and Substack. All that content pushes back to your website as well, and you can create some similar, not duplicative, but similar content on your website that will link back to these other places. If you can do that, what you will find is within 90 days, you will totally dominate all of Google for whatever it is that you want. That said, you have to be putting out regular content because Google rewards freshness in your content. And so you absolutely have to be putting this out over and over and over again, which is why you need to hire a virtual assistant to make sure every single day you put out content. Last bonus tip that I will give you, if you are not worried about a slippery slope of Reddit, getting a Reddit account, having your own subreddit, and posting content there daily, you would want to put out 5 pieces of content every week. That's 1 per day, and 1 in 5 pieces of content you'd backlink to somewhere else, perhaps the YouTube channel or the blog or something like that. Don't go heavy on the backlinks because you'll get banned, similar to vocal.media. If you can get the Reddit thread up and running, that's going to work extremely well for you, and it's going to index absolutely everything that you want for your particular brand. If you want to learn more about this, you can check out my blog at drconnorrobertson.com. I talk all about these things, or the YouTube channel. And as usual, thank you so much for watching.